Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is not a garden video, it's from my inner garden, my creative workshop. And to me, the garden is very much integrated in all the things I do, all the things I make, all the experiments I have going on in this workshop. And I spent the last couple of days cleaning up and setting things in place to have some more opening days this year, more than I usually do. So it's very sort of organized, much more than it usually is. So I thought I would invite you in and tell you a little bit about how I work and why I think that's important. This creativity that is in every human being and finds so many different expressions, I think is one of the most amazing aspects of humanity. And it's always super interesting to me to see how that can be expressed if we give it time and if we give it energy. And I think for me also it's a way to still work with the garden, especially in winter. So I use a lot of seed heads, I use a lot of inspiration from the garden in my works, directly or indirectly. I'll show you some of that. But I also find that art can help me process some of the things that are difficult for me in terms of caring about humanity and the state of the planet and especially the state of nature. So I think I'm doing lots of political, sort of you could call it political artwork, and it's helping me, and I would like to show you some of them. And it has to do with also the way I move in my life. So this I found maybe 10 years ago on the beach, and it's a part of a burnt ship, or like a small boat. It's not a ship, it's a boat. And it's burnt and it's already sunken. And so I call this work a burning platform. And I think, yeah, well, it makes sense to me because this is what we are. We are on a burning platform, and maybe it already sunk. I don't know, that's up to interpretation. But I use these small human figures because I think they are super good at drawing in human attention. We are so self-centered in a way as a species, so these really help to tell the story. I've also been really affected by all the refugees, and especially the boat refugees in the south of Europe. And so I made this it's called "To Travel is to Live," and you can interpret that in all the different ways you want. At rejse at leve is a quote from Hans Christian Andersen, so it makes sense. And I've also enjoyed all the travels and felt really inspired by that. But some people travel to survive, and that's a totally different reality, and I think it's good to remember. Then I've also made this. This is like a sausage factory. So pølsefabrik. This is something that we say in our family. Is if something is just like super average and made in a factory with no feeling and no real value. So this is a sausage factory, and it has these ingredients, and from this spout is coming all of these human beings on a red thread, and it's a downward spiral, which is like a little bleak perhaps, but also really fun for me, and a good way to process this strange reality of like a frequency control. We are all sort of put into this band of normalcy, and it's really not fitting very many people. And I also think that the ingredients are like debt-based growth and consumerism and unequal distribution of wealth and a complete disconnect from nature. So those are the ingredients in this sausage factory. I don't know, I think it makes sense to me, and I like it. And there's something cathartic about making works like this, I think. That it's a whole series, and I've got actually a few more lined up. I just need to find the time to make it. Other than that, I play around with lots of different printing techniques. I hope there's not too much shine from, but as you see, I'm using bits and bobs to print on from the garden, leaves and flowers, and I'm also making my own papers and then using them in collages, and I like this organic feel that it gives some of my works. Other than that, this year I've had some time to do more ceramics. It's an old love of mine. It's like a virus that I got many years ago, and I love the clay because everything can make a mark in the clay, and so I put out some of these small things that can make marks, and they are all, or most of them are organic. I sometimes make my own stamps, but these are bits from some of our travels. These are from the tree fern in New Zealand, and they have these, I mean, if you look at these amazing shapes and patterns that they have, I really love them. And I press all of these into the clay, and this one is made with maybe you can see it, it's made with this, and it gives the pieces the part of this, there's a transfer of this organic feel that I really like with ceramics. They are all hand built because I don't know how to throw, and I'm not sure I'm interested. I really like the hand building, and I like the slow process of finding the shape. So I've got a lot of those this time. And then I'm not going to show you all of this, but I'm just, it's a lot of work that goes into actually making the space ready, and making the pieces ready also, I think it takes quite a lot of time. And I do lots of paintings and different large collages also, and some smaller collages that I have so much fun making. I mean, it's like once I get into this rhythm of just cutting things out and placing it together and moving everything around, I enjoy that so much. And it doesn't take up a lot of space, so you could do it at the dining table if you wanted to. And I think this play with shapes and layers is, and maybe not texture, but meaning, I think is super important and a lot of fun. So I know every time I come into this room, I feel incredibly privileged to have it, and incredibly privileged to be able to give myself to this process. It's very much a surrender, I think. It's very much a listening inside, what is moving and what is like the real inspiration that I have right now. And I think it's such meditation once I get into that zone. So I'm just happy, guys, and there you have it. This is my my creative space, and thanks for watching. See you later.